I'm Darin Smith from DWS Classics, Huntington Beach, California. We made the trek out here to Glendale, Arizona to see the Dinos get down. First time we've attended, and what a great show, man. We're so glad to be here. For Dinos, we brought out our SEMA 2022 1958 Chevy short bed. Our drivetrain is a Chevrolet Performance Connect and Cruise LT1. It's out of the new mid-engine Corvette, just 40 more horsepower. Got a big cam, comes with all the modules. For a show car, we did dress it up a little bit. We got to thank our boy Andy back home. He did all the work on that engine cover. We've been asked over and over if we could make them, if we sell them, where'd we get it. So we know it's been a hit because we're getting a ton of attention on that. Champion Radiator made us something special, a one-off for this thing. It's a badass aluminum radiator. Eddie Motorsports has been making really cool billet hood hinges for a long time. Everybody's kind of copied them in the market, trying to outdo them. We love your hinges, guys. Thanks so much. Our LT1's backed by a 4L75, which is a 4L60 base transmission. Got all the strongest parts in there. They run them in the Copo Camaros that are meant to go drag racing. For our fuel system, an LT requires a little bit different setup than, say, your LS's or anything else. You know, it's direct injection up top. It works in milliseconds, pumping fuel to each cylinder. So we called on Rick's Tanks. He put us a system together, made us a stainless steel tank. And then we just simply came up through the bedwood with a gas filler on it. For exhaust, once again, we've got Flowmaster supplying everything for us. We've got a stainless steel exhaust under there. It's in sections, so it's serviceable. We can unclamp it, take them out one piece at a time. We can adjust it if we need to. And I've also got to thank Jim over at Ultimate Headers. So we're rolling on Budnick 19-inch by 10 fronts, 20 by 12s in the rear. Falcon tires on this thing, big, wide, and low. Just a bitchin' setup, and this thing will handle. We've got a really sweet interior. It's got Ferrari leather. Pete at Westminster Upholstery in Anaheim, California did the work. It's got a vintage air setup in there, retro sound, so we have the old looking stereo like our customer was looking for. And we've got Dakota digital gauges in there, which look old, but they're very cool, got a tack in there, and much more reliable than that old stuff. We do have a polished and chromed low car shifter in there, and it's meant for this truck. This one has a electric tap shift, so if we want to go through the gears, downshifting, upshifting, all we got to do is tap the shifter. It's a really cool setup that the low car guys make. And then for safety, of course, we got Crow lap belts, and we've got a glide seat in there too that we custom upholstered. I'd say the interior is a 10 out of 10, and our customer, most of all, loves his interior, and he had a lot of input as to the way it would look. So our truck is not stock on the exterior. Every panel has been reworked. Bumpers have been flipped. Every body panel on this thing, such as the doors, we've either filleted a little bit to get rid of some metal, to close up the gaps. We've added material. We've smoothed out the firewall, so everything under the hood looks nice and clean. Our paint was a 2020 Chevrolet gray that we found on the pickup trucks that they use. It's got a blue, silver, and purple metal flake in the gray. I really have to thank our boy Jose over at Color Wheels in Westminster, California. He's been doing all of our paint for a couple decades now. Guy does great work. We're laser straight. He just did a fantastic job on it. And without Color Wheels and Jose, man, we wouldn't have near the truck we do. So Jose, thank you, brother. For us, the choice is obvious what we're going to roll on here. The basis of the truck is a TCI chassis. It's a static suspension with Ride Tech coilovers at all four corners. Thank you, Ride Tech, for providing the best in shocks. It just really helps us handle. We may get out there and flog this dude a little, and if we do, then we know we can do it confidently. Thank you, Ride Tech. For brakes, we had to go with big rotors on that, so we went with Wilwood 6-piston stuff up front, 4-piston rear. We can go out, get on the track if we got to, because we got TCI set up under there. You know, this truck really means a lot to us because it's a friend of ours, our buddy Rick. He's had this thing since high school. He got it in 1976. You know, we really had to save the soul of it, so all the sheet metal that you see is all from Jegs. So we took all of that combined with our TCI chassis, the original cab, and we saved the cab because we were rusty from, say, the steps up to the floors. So the lower quarter of the truck really had to be reworked and a lot of new metal. And we did save the soul of it, being the cab, and then we built around it and built one hell of a truck and another showstopper and a show winner. You know, all of our show trucks need a special bed. So what we did is we picked out some ash. We picked out every piece, hand-selected ash for the bed. And then we had our friends at Drelly Woodworking back in Huntington Beach. And what we did is over our ash, we had asked them if they could make it look like medium clear window tint over the wood. And they did pull it off. And you know, if I have an idea, I just throw them at it, we come up with a solution, and then they make it happen. And the bedwood is getting a ton of attention. Our customer loves it most of all, and it is just beautiful. And of course, the show truck's not a show truck unless you got all the best fasteners. So we've got a lot of stainless, polished stainless. Everything's 12 point. It's ARP 12 point polished. If it isn't ARP 12 point polished, then it's aircraft 12 point. So besides building our customer Rick's dream truck, which he did tell us that we far exceeded what his dream truck had been, so that makes us happy and proud. And the other highlight was also building it to get to SEMA. It was on his bucket list. He wanted to go to SEMA. What better way to go to SEMA than to be there with your own truck in the Mothers booth? So thank you, Mothers, for having us there year in and year out. Yeah, we've had a great experience out here at Dino's Get Down. We've been wanting to come for a few years, but it's always right after SEMA, and you know, we're tired and we've been working 7 days a week and long days and nights. This year we decided to come out. We're going to represent with the TCI guys, and we got to thank you, TCI, for having us out there, having us in your booth and letting us show off what we build here. And we're getting a great reception here and having a great time at this show. And I think I'm going to be back next year and probably every year after that to Dino's Get Down, because it is such a great show. And you know, if you're in the Chevrolet truck world, it's really something you got to be at.